The YouTube expert police is, well, you got the wrong clear coat. Yeah. You're using that Speedokote stuff. Yeah. That stuff is garbage. Yeah, that's all that stuff just peels off and creates a bunch of orange peel. Those are the exact morons you don't want to listen to when it comes to paint, okay? Margaret Colbert, Speedokote Refinish Network. All right, guys. Got a pretty straightforward, simple one today. However, I want to show you guys a couple things you can do to save a little bit of this when you're doing black paint jobs. Obviously, a OEM repair. Had some vandalism. Dent, some scratches. This was just like chipping and stuff like that. Sanded it out, put a little primer over it. Scratches. All we did was sand everything out with 320. Scratch right there. That really didn't need any filler primer. That we were able to feather that out pretty good. Sand everything out with 320, and then I think we went to 500, and then we put primer filler on top of that. Sand the primer filler, 320, 500, 800, blah, blah, blah. It's a really straightforward job. There's nothing special to it. I'm just kind of getting behind the camera, showing you guys some paint action. It's probably, sadly, going to be the last day we use the good old SMR 42. It's getting cold out there. Time to put your winter coats on, and it's time to put away them high solids clears. You guys that don't know, high solids clears, they dry slower. They take slower to dry because there's more solids. It takes more time for the solvent to evaporate out of the coating. So you got to put those away during the wintertime. Summertime, you can crack them back out. But anyways, let's suit up. Let's get the paint gun loaded up. And we're going to go ahead and start spraying. One of the very first things you can do is grabbing the 9700. And this is like, if you do this for a living, you do this paint stuff, mobile auto body, regular auto body, you got a shop. Everybody should have this in their shop, okay? This stuff reduced is 85 cents an ounce, okay? Now, regular OEM paint to match runs anywhere from $3 to $10 an ounce. So you are cutting your costs more than in half by ground coating your primer spots and just giving this your paint job a ground coat with this product. Then, you know, we're going to switch over to the OEM base once we have all the primer spots 100% covered with this jet black, which, like I said, is super cheap. And then literally once we got full coverage with the jet black, we're really honestly just going to do like a control coat, like a medium wet coat, just to get the metallic effect over the spots where we put the jet black. And base coat is literally wrapped up. As you guys can see, we only went to a certain part on the quarter panel for the first part of our clear coating. We don't want to take our clear coat, every single coat, to where our blend ends, because then we're going to get too much of a buildup on that edge. So always step out your clear coat in multiple steps when blending clear coat. As you guys can see, for the first coat of clear, we got some trash in it. We got a little bit of dirt, a couple minor nibs here and there, but nothing that we can't try and kind of cover up on the second coat, and or worst case scenario, wet sand and polish out later. And the most important thing is the first coat, there's no runs, there's no sags, everything looks beautiful. We have a nice foundation for the second coat to go onto. Now, as my buddy Brian from Paint Society always says, a paint job is never made in one coat. It takes a lot of patience, multiple coats of base, multiple coats of clear, and even if the second coat doesn't quite look the way you want it, you have to pack your bags and prepare for a third. Go back to your mixing table, mix up some more clear, go ahead, walk outside, take a little break, mentally prepare for that third coat. The most important thing between your first and your second coat is feeling your tape and feeling your paper around where you're spraying and making sure that your flash times are proper. You don't want to see any strings when you go ahead and touch the tape around where your clear coat is landing on the first coat. What you want to do is you want to touch it with your glove, and you want it to kind of tug on your glove. And you don't want to see any strings or anything like that, because that means the clear coat is still wet and it's not really set up. You guys have it. How to save a little bit of money on black OEM paint jobs. Using the Speedokote 9700 drastically reduces your paint costs on black paint jobs, especially where you're doing a black paint to match situation. This is a black pearl. So as soon as you get the black ground coat down, you really only need like a control coat over that maybe like one medium wet coat of base coat over top of that Speedokote Jet Black. And then as you guys can see with the SMR 42, if applied in the correct weather, the perfect weather, with the correct activator, no orange peel. It is very critical when it comes to painting. A lot of guys talk about orange peel. Orange peel, oh, it's your clear coat is your air pressure, blah, blah, blah. All wrong. Most of your orange peel, most of the time, not granted, if a guy is spraying at air pressure at 15 PSI for clear coat, yeah, dude, you're going to get orange peel, right? But most of the time, it's actually user error and technical error with what products you're using. If it is springtime or fall, you should still be using like a medium or a slow reducer. If you have texture in your base coat, you're going to see it in your clear coat. I don't care how high. Yeah, we got the SMR 42. I talk crap all the time. Man, that stuff will bury anything. Yes, it will, but there's still the chance that the clear coat could settle in over a 6 to 12 month period, and you could see that texture in your base coat because you're using the wrong speed reducer. Let's say everything goes well. Your base coat goes down nice. Your base coat has that nice sheen that everybody wants to see before you put on your clear coat. Boom, okay? Now you screw up which activator you're supposed to use. So you use now granted, I tell everybody, unless you're spraying in above 80 to 90 degrees, the SMR 42, you should always be using fast activator. Because even with fast activator in 60, 70 degrees, that stuff dries slow. Let's talk about like some of our other clear coats, like the SMR 135, which is like the SMR 42's little toddler brother, you know? Lower, medium, solid, spot production clear. You go using fast activator with that stuff on a hot day, even in like 70, 80 degrees, you're going to have some problems. This whole orange peel thing, you know, it is so many different things. A lot of guys, like I said, the YouTube expert police, is where you got the wrong clear coat. Yeah, you're using that Speedokote stuff. Yeah, that stuff is garbage. Yeah, that's all that stuff just peels off and creates a bunch of orange peel. Those are the exact morons you don't want to listen to when it comes to paint, okay? There are so many things when it comes to painting that can lead to delamination, orange peel, incorrect paint match, all these other things. And there's lots of guys out there that talk about it. Candyman, paint match expert, that dude's crazy. Brian from Paint Society, that dude is crazy. These guys are way better at matching paint and all that other stuff than Marco, right? But we got to talk about all the aspects of painting as far as what your final finish is going to be. Air pressure, important. Clear coat brand, yes, that is kind of important. Your speed of activator for your clear coat, very important. Speed of reducer for your base coat, very important. Out of all of those things, though, I mean, yes, we can say air pressures. Your speed of your reducer, I'm going to be honest with you guys, in my opinion, is probably one of the most important factors to getting an orange peel free finish. If you can just get that base coat to look just glossy and it's got a nice sheen to it, you kind of like creep down and you look across it like this and you can see a little bit of like sunlight and gloss. Boom, you're set for success. All you got to do is apply that first coat of clear coat, medium wet, don't go full soaking wet. Hope that there's no problems. Hope you don't get any bugs in it on the first coat. If they come the second coat, you're good. Didn't hear from me. Get the first coat on medium wet, second coat, another medium to maybe a little bit of a wetter coat. Everything looks good. Boom, you got yourself a good paint job. Now, speaking of bugs, this one came in on the second coat, so that one will come out. All the bugs came in on the second coat. We got another one right there, okay? Another one right there. These are all. That's not even in paint. We got another one right here. So those will all wet sand and buff out. A little bit of 1000 grit sandpaper, just knock the head of that off. 2000 grit, polished, done, easy. And as you guys know, we don't hide the mistakes on this channel. Got a little bit of a sag there in the clear coat. We're gonna wet sand that out. A couple little minor sags through here. But other than that, one more over here on the fender too. Really minor sag. So we're gonna wet sand those out and call this thing good. That is gonna wrap it up for this one. I hope you guys learned a bunch and enjoyed watching me move the gun and talk my little stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I haven't been as consistent on YouTube lately as I have been. I've been going through a bunch of stuff with personal cars. You know, when cars sit, you go to drive them and they just break. I've been going through a lot of stuff lately, man. Life has just been lifing, but I'm trying so hard to stay consistent with you guys, stay in touch with you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. New videos almost every week. Catch you guys later.